around a little bit, lived in California for a little bit and Missouri, so I've done some traveling. I went to school, ag-home schools all throughout my life, K through 12, and then I went to Stick for 2 years and just did my general studies there. And then I went to Salem State where I studied English and education, and I lived in Salem right outside of Boston. It's a really fun town, I loved it. I originally started off with nursing when I started college, and so many people told me that I should be a teacher, and I just kept saying, no, I'm going to try something different. My whole family's teachers. I've grown up around teachers, and I went to school for nursing for 1 year, and it was just not for me, and it just sunk in that I was just meant to be a teacher. I've always loved working with the youth. There's just something so powerful about our youth, and they mean so much to me. I've done camps and through sports, and I just have always enjoyed the youth, and it's what made me want to become a teacher. I'm a 9th grade English teacher. This is my 3rd year at Central, and this is my 3rd year teaching 9th grade English. First and foremost, my students are my everything. That's like the biggest part of my job. But then there's also the little pieces that make it such an amazing job. So, for example, collaborating with my colleagues to improve lesson plans and to just work on what we can do as teachers. And then there's the part where it's trying to make Central a positive environment for everyone to be in. So it's just those 3 components, like students, staff, and Central environment, that I think are just the biggest keys of my job. And I love it. I love my job so much. I worked a basketball game here probably 5 years ago, and at that time I was unsure of what I wanted to do, and I was really thinking about the Peace Corps. The Peace Corps is a volunteer opportunity for 2 years in a third world country, which has always been on my heart. That's something I've always desired to do, but after working that basketball game I met some students, and it was here at Central, and I really enjoyed the environment. And after that day I said, I'm either going to the Peace Corps, or if Central is hiring, I'm coming here to work. And thankfully they were hiring that summer, and I came and applied for an English position, and I got it. And it's been an amazing experience since then. But it's the students. I come in every day looking forward to see them. They make me smile, you know, when I get a "Hey Ms." in the hallway, or just someone updating me about how they're doing in classes, or I get to go check out extracurricular activities in the gym or in the auditorium. They just make me so happy. And then there's the other components, like I talked about, the environment, Central environment, and the staff. I mean, we support each other so much, and we make each other laugh when we need to, and we're there for each other. Just all those components together, it really creates a family. It's just such a positive environment, and I'm so thankful for my Central family. I have a lot of hobbies outside of school. I mean, school is definitely my main priority and takes up all my time and my energy and my thoughts. Even when I'm away from school, I'm thinking about school and the kids and the staff. But I love to travel. I've been to a few different countries, and I can't wait to go to more. I also love to hike. I recently went to Utah this past summer. I drove out there. I took a solo road trip. Some of my kids thought I was crazy, but I drove to Utah and I visited the 5 national parks, which is really something so special to me. I hiked in them, I camped in them, I met amazing people. It was an awesome journey. I totally recommend to people to take trips like that. Probably 7 years ago, where I went to Mexico and I worked in an orphanage, and it was just an unreal, life-changing experience. The kids in the orphanage were so loving and so sweet, and the coolest thing I found was that when you were leaving, they gave you their toys, they gave you everything they had just to show their love for you. I mean, here were kids who had nothing, and they were willing to give it away. And I think that is something I think about daily, because here in the United States we tend to forget that we have a lot. So that's something that I think about, and I think that drives me and makes me who I am. So I do a lot of traveling. I do a lot of hanging out with friends and family, and actually when I leave here I'm sad. So this is like my number one place where I live life and I'm happy and have fun, whether it be with coworkers or kids or just on my own. So when I leave school, I go, I hang out with friends, we play a lot of live music, dance a ton. Dancing is my favorite. And I hang out with my family. I have 5 nieces and nephews that I love so much. They play sports, so I go to their games. And aside from that, when I have time to myself, I do a lot of hiking, a lot of outdoorsy, I don't know, I just experience nature. Go for walks, go swimming, hike summits. It's awesome. So I've spent about a month in Costa Rica, a month in Italy, a month in Brazil, and a decent amount of time in Mexico, all of which I learned so much about those places, those people, and myself. I mean, I think the biggest thing is the people. They are so beautiful inside out. Just how welcomed I felt in all of those countries showed me that there is more to life than just living in a small town, which is totally okay, but going to those countries opened my eyes to different experiences, different beliefs, different cultures, showing me that there's more than just one way of thinking. I really owe those experiences so much, and the people that took me in during those experiences, they were freeing and liberating, and I really, really hope to do some more. The next trip I'd really like to go on is Australia, New Zealand. I'd love to go to Bali. So yeah, these are memories that I can never forget.